Yeah, we had a terrible story. Actually, for us, we were joking last week about it. We're still talking about this case where the trackers saved the day, let's say. Hi. Often when our stands are getting lost, it's a big problem. The stands are expensive, but for us, the bigger problem is that we need the stands to move the engines. And the engines, that's where the real value is. That's where in our business we make money. That's how we keep aircraft flying. So if there's no stand, we cannot remove the engine for repair, cannot install a good engine back on the aircraft. Not having a stand is really causing a problem logistically. Before we had the tracking solutions, it was a bit complex actually. We actually used Excel. We had often cases that we thought that we had an asset available, but it wasn't because the data was not correct. Since our business is global, so we have the stands everywhere in the world, they were misplaced, and we spent hours calling, going through our emails, trying to find out where the stand was lost. Yeah, we had a terrible story. Actually, for us, we were joking last week about it. We're still talking about this case where the trackers saved the day, let's say. We had an urgent shipment from Amsterdam to Istanbul, and it was vital for the airline's operation that we get the stand there on time. And then when we checked the tracker, it turned out that the truck wasn't driving straight to Turkey, but was driving up toward Estonia. The first thing we did, of course, was calling our shipping company and say, hey, what's happening here? So they reached out to the trucker and they asked him, what are you doing? And that's when he had to come clean that he had another plan. He had an emergency that he had to go to his family in Estonia. We found out, let's say, probably 5 days later, then the situation was even worse for our customer. In that case, the tracker really saved our business. Yeah, so when we were looking for a tracker software, we looked to a lot of different providers. And I always compare the story with the BlackBerry and the iPhone. If you bet on the wrong horse, you end up with the wrong hardware. You need a partner that understands that world way better than us. And that's why we partner with SmartMakers. SmartMakers has a constant view on what's happening in that industry. And that's how we can evolve our trackers with the market. And that's where we want to go to the next level. Create one platform where you can solve all your stand problems. And for us, that was a big step because that means that you have to partner with SmartMakers even more closely. In our platform, you can see the 120 stands that we have stored globally, and then it calculates what is cheaper for you. Like ship your own stand that you have in Amsterdam to the US, pay the $20,000 in shipment, or you lease a stand locally. So it actually calculates where is the stand. So if it's in the same location, you only pay for the lease fee, and then it calculates what's better for you, leasing locally or ship your own stand. It's all free, like you don't have to pick one or the other, but at least you have more insight on what are the options. So if somebody is struggling or is trying to get their head around a solution, I can only say, what do you like more, solutions or problems? The cooperation has been really going really well with SmartMakers. Just the expertise is really appreciated.